Hey there, welcome back to my channel. It's been almost a year. I thought I would just jump right on in today and show you what I've been doing around my house, how things have been going, and give you some little progress updates on all the things I have going on. So let's go see. Well, welcome back to my kitchen. I figured we would get started by having a coffee. I had one first thing this morning, but I've been waiting for my second dose. Now, I will say I have put off doing any kind of interior content because I have felt like my house is always a little bit not where I want it to be. And it's been like projects take way longer to do because I have these little short bursts of when I can do them. And so I've just felt like I don't have anything to like showcase. So today's not really going to be a showcase as much as it's going to be here are the little things that I have done, and then here are the things that I'm in progress with. So I'm making my latte right now. I should add collagen to it because this hair is not getting better. I have my little Anthropology cream mug and I use it to pour in my shots. I know there's some other ways to like add in your collagen, but coffee just seems to be a very forgiving place for it. I don't really notice it too much. But the thing is, you gotta add it to hot coffee. You can't add it to ice or anything because you don't want it to clump up. People comment on my videos, which anything, you know, these days you want to call it a hate comment, and it's just like, no, you're just being annoying. That's not the same thing as a hate comment. But people are like, anything will taste that good with that much maple syrup in it. I'm like, you know what? Like, it's really not that much syrup. If you go to a coffee shop, they're putting like 4 ounces of syrup inside of your coffee. So this is not that much. Anyway, and it's organic. It's like at least organic maple syrup. It's not caramel color and high fructose corn syrup. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla. And then we'll pour in this. All right, now we're off to the races. If you look behind me, you can see one of my in-process projects, and that is making this wall an accent color. I think it's called Natural Tan by Sherwin-Williams, and that is what I have put on the walls. And I think I like it. It's making the sconce stand out a little bit more. It's making the curtains stand out a little bit more, and I'm adding these little plates and stuff. I'll show you a close-up. Here is what I have added to the walls so far. I got these sconces, and they're just very simple and cute. This is like a champagne gold. It's just real pretty. And then it's a rechargeable bowl. And then I have had these plates. These are actually an heirloom of sorts for me. These are my grandmother's plates. She had this huge collection. I think they're called lotus dishes. So they're like little lotus leaves, and they come in all different colors. And these are the ones that we would do like Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners with and stuff. Well, when she passed, the family kind of divided them up, and each person took like, I don't know, 4 or something. So I got like 3 of these size and 4 of these size, and then 4 full dinner plates. But the ones that I got were the bottom of the barrel, I think. I mean, and her daughters, you know, should have the best pick, but I got the chipped ones and stuff. So there's a chip here, a chip here, but I still think they're like whimsical and cute. So they've just been sitting in my cabinets, and I thought, hey, this is a great time to put them on display. So I put this color over here with this little bird painting. So that is framing off this little coffee area, and you can notice I still need to go in with a second coat of paint over here. Here is the top part of the wall that I still need to paint. Very lovely. I replaced this. This had a wreath, and so now we're going with like a little basket of flowers. And then I have this little plant here, and I hung this art in the corner, and then this side has 2 other dishes. I can show you the state of where they're at. See, they look so cute right here. And then you zoom on up, and there's a multitude of scents. But you know what? It's fine because they're cute. This was a little piece of thrifted artwork, and I went and added in something else because it was just kind of like country. It was just, so these 2 brown buildings, this little wall, and then some ducks down here. Let me get this where it doesn't have the full window glare. So I wanted to add a little bit more interest to it. I am not a painter by any means, but I just took some acrylic paint, watered it down, added some ivy growing up the walls. In my mind, these are lavender, and then these are bushes with some pink flowers like peeking through. And then this, I wanted to make like it look like there was this big like bountiful like orchard kind of tree in the background. I don't know if it looks like that because again, I'm not an artist, but there's that. I actually think these are supposed to be like swimming in a little pond, but we're just gonna pretend it's like dead grass and they're just like chilling there. I don't know. Maybe I could add more blue to it and make it like kind of pondy, but for being a little bit of art that's in the corner that you don't notice too much, I think it's okay. And it added what it needed to add. Welcome to the dining room, everybody. When I was decorating for Christmas, I had this tree in the background. I had it in my living room and I needed to move it out of the way for the Christmas tree because I was putting it in a new spot this year. So I moved it into here. I thought this is a spot it needs to stay. So now my living room is like not exactly how I want it to be, but this is how I want it to be. Let me show you the angle that I see every day and why it makes me so happy. So coming in from the kitchen, the way this tree is branching out, I love it so much. Another little view of it. It's got the right amount of sprawl for me. And this is already a room that has a lot of greenery. We already have this on the walls, you know, in the other area. And the ceiling itself, there you go, tray ceiling is also green. So just bringing in this cute tree has really been fun. I also decided I'm now on a mission to paint all of the doors in my house to be not white. So I have some black and I have a couple that are still white, but the rest are going to be balanced beige, just like my cabinetry and stuff. I painted this door balanced beige, and the other door over here is black. I don't know, I'm liking the contrast. This was another recent project. This is the office, but it was getting like really cluttered in here. I had too many things going on. It was our podcast hub, and at the time for the Honesty Club podcast, Kelly and I were recording in person. There was too much happening in this room, so I needed to empty it out. So I went ahead and took the table, I just took it out. Also got tired of like facing the wall to do my work. So I switched it around. So let me show you what we did. So first of all, we added this very beautiful feature of a baby swing, but we will just go right on past that. So originally on this wall was where we had 2 chairs and then like a big round table. And then this desk was up against this wall. But yeah, we just moved that around. This has just been a really nice setup for me. I had the TV over here on top of this bookshelf. At one point we had a couch in here. So I had a TV on top of here. And then I had another like kind of cheapo TV mounted on the other wall as my dual monitor, but that was not the vibe. So anyway, we just cleared this out and made this not a TV area. And so this is what I get to look out on whenever I'm doing my work. Also, I painted this door balanced beige again for that nice, pretty accent. When I'm at the desk, this is what I get to look out on if my daughter's here bouncing. And I can also swivel this way and catch a little show. I always love to have like a good ambiance channel, so I'll pick like Paris Streets or a Rainstorm or something like that. I always like to have that going on. But also good ambiance is You've Got Mail or Gilmore Girls, if you know me. So that is what is filling this room. Then I added my little swivel chairs in here, and they're nice and comfy. Now, actually, I have a way bigger TV to install, but I have to get a different mount for it because the mount that's currently on the wall does not work for the flat screen TV that I had. But the TV that's going in here is gonna be like, it's way bigger. And then this will go somewhere else. Okay, of course I'm doing this video while my daughter is napping. So she's napping like right in the other room. So I'm trying to be kind of quiet. But here is my progress on painting the other doors in our house. 2 more doors, they still need another coat, but they're looking better. And then, you know, I'm just showing you my progress, guys. This art has got to go, and this art has got to go. We're gonna redo all the artwork in here to, I don't know, give it a lift. I have not brought you into my living room in so long, so some stuff has changed. Let me show you what's changed. The first scene, we've got some new stuff going on over here. I changed out these curtains. When we first moved in, I had just gone to TJ Maxx and bought some curtains, and they weren't long enough, so they were hanging across this portion of the wall with these like little overhead parts. So the curtains were just like down here, 3 black panels, and then the top windows were sticking out. So I got some longer oatmeal colored curtains and hung those. The next thing is, I thought I was gonna be okay with not having a rocking chair, but was I okay? No. You can see this exercise ball in the back. This is what we were bouncing our baby to sleep on, and my back was suffering. So I ended up thrifting this Pottery Barn chair, and then I loved it so much, I thought, hey, what if I switch out the chairs that we did have in here for these rocking chairs? And so I found another one that was the exact same one, and I got it off of Marketplace as well. And so now we have 2 little rocking chairs and little black couches now over on this side. I got these pillow covers, and so they have a little bit of cream, a little bit of gray, a little bit of terracotta, and I feel like they add a little fun element because over here on this wall, this is where I have that Renwick Rose Beige, which is that terracotta color, and then we also have, you know, some greens going on. And I also want to redo the artwork on this wall, period, and maybe like put these somewhere else. I don't know. But I think I want like 2 giant art prints. If you have not seen this yet, it's my new personality. So let me show you this coffee table that I thrifted in January. Here is the coffee table. Let me tell you, I went in there and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna thrift some things. And I thrifted like this vase and these flowers. And then I saw this coffee table and I'm like, somebody needs to get that because this thing is the prettiest, biggest, like most epic coffee table I've ever seen in my life. We left, started driving home. I started feeling ill, thinking, somebody else is gonna have that. I knew it was a Thomasville table, which if you look those up, those are like pricier. And I think it retails for $2,500. So it's crazy. I said, we're buying an heirloom for our kids at minimum. I got it for, I think 160 or 165. And I love it so much. So when it comes to my daughter helping herself to toys, the most toys you've ever seen. I have books in here, a huge stack of books. In here, I have board games, a lot of card games, my Bible, lots of books, like a lot fits in these drawers. So it's been great. Here's another look at my table because I know you want to see it. I also just recently painted this niche because I felt like we needed to add interest here. I still want to do some more. I think I am ready to switch these out with something else. Mainly, I was looking at my wall and seeing these 2 Luminara candles, and they were just getting lost. Whenever they weren't on, they were getting lost against the white niche. Say it with me, balanced beige. One other thing to mention is that I slightly switched these up, so I added some more plates. I got rid of the little Billy Ball propagation station things, and those went into Darby's room. I added this little guy. I think I changed this. And then I've got these other plates. These are heirlooms from Peter's side of the family. They're cute. And then another of my grandmother's. And then this one that I thrifted, but I always thought it was so pretty. I have done a little bit of work on my entryway, but I want to do more work. So I think I want new artwork. I don't know, I just want to rework some of this, but I just changed some things around. I wanted to add a little color, so I switched this vase out from somewhere else. I switched some flowers out instead of just greenery. I thrifted this little cutie lamp, and then this little guy. I brought in some green books to just add like a little pop of something, and then I put this basket kind of purse thing down here, as well as the typewriter. I could still switch it around. I'm not really sure which direction I want to take it. I just wanted to kind of tweak it and then see where we go from there. But for now, you know, it's acceptable. So here's where I'm at on the art journey. I have been collecting frames. I'm going to be picking up some digital artwork off of Etsy and then probably downloading that and then go from there. But this is one of the frames that I have. It's pretty big. It's got some random like forest in it. I don't really care for the picture. So I think I want to switch this one out with like a brand new artwork. And then I'll show you a few other frames that I've collected. I have 2 of these that are this size. I mean, okay, they're really big. 27 by 31 inches. So I got these for $5 each, I think. And I've just been waiting. They're both sailboats right now. So I've just been waiting, and I think I'm gonna replace both of the arts in those, and these might be the ones that go above the couch. This is my other one. It's real big. I have the glass out of it right now. It was like this kind of situation. So I might keep the black matting, or I might replace it with like a striped fabric or something. But this is gonna be another one. I'm just trying to confirm like the exact style that I'm going for. I think it's gonna be kind of like French chateau for the living room, but also I'm a little bit torn because I do love a good like Coast of Monterey painting. And so I might want to see that somewhere, or I might want just like pictures of hydrangea paintings or something. So I don't know, I'm torn, but I need to choose between those and then see where we go from there. I'm gonna pick the artwork out. So I'm either gonna do, again, like I said, the Etsy digital artwork and download those, or I'm gonna get something from the National Gallery of Art. And then I'm going to, for the bigger things, I'm gonna order them from 2-Day Banners. It's one of the most affordable ways to order art. So I go to 2daybanners.com and order a banner in a custom size, and then no hems, no grommets, just a clean cut. You install inside of your framing yourself. And I feel like that's the most cost-effective way to do that. And then if you're doing a smaller print, MPix is another one of my favorite places to get prints. If you've noticed, I'm like hunching in every video because the tripod that I have, it is so short. It's probably like a yard. So you have to either be really far back, or you need to put it on top of something, or you need to be hunching over. So another wish list of mine is a tripod for my birthday, and then we will get on this content grind and get it going. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for following along. I have videos that I need to upload, but I took so much content in the process of making my daughter's nursery and then doing the Murphy bed installation. It's just so many videos that I bogged down when it came to editing that. So I really still need to post that. I need some encouragement. I will get that posted. And then, yeah, I hope this gives me like a little kick in the pants to get the rest of my projects going. But that's what's going on around here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've worked on a special little project. It's a quiz that you can take, so find that in my description, but it is gonna walk you through which project really needs your attention in your home. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and then give you some responses on the thing that is gonna make the biggest impact in your home. And I think that's really gonna help you guys. So make sure to check that out. And if you also haven't, sign up for my email list. I'm getting back into sending those, so I'll send some goodies your way there as well. And of course, as always, you can check out my course, Attainable Aesthetic, where it'll walk you through how to design your home on a budget. And that is always available for you as well. I hope you guys have had a great day. Thanks for following along. Thanks for enjoying this video. And if you'd like more like it, make sure to hit subscribe so that you stick around. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys.